The Delusional Series, compiled according to the teachings of the Master. Author Fafu. The Delusional Series. Part 11. Thought. If your six senses had never interacted with the six sense objects, you would be unable to comprehend my request for DA. Since you have no prior experience or concept of DA, it is clear that human delusions are nothing more than fragmented memories. When confronted with a situation, these fragments can recombine and form new, often distorted perceptions. For example, if I see something that resembles an object I've lost, I might mistakenly believe that it is the same object, influenced by greed, hatred, delusion, pride, and doubt. Even if I recover the lost object, I may continue to be entangled in these afflictions, leading to further delusions and actions. Thus, humans constantly find themselves trapped in this cycle of delusion. Although it may seem like our thoughts arise spontaneously and uncontrollably, a closer examination reveals that they are in fact conditioned by our past experiences. The very existence of our thoughts depends on our ability to perceive and remember. Every thought we have is rooted in our past perceptions and experiences, whether it's a direct memory or an inference based on past observations. We learn how to react to situations by observing others and ourselves. The more we engage in certain patterns of thought and behavior, the more likely we are to repeat them in the future. Even when we think we are experiencing something new, our response is often influenced by our past experiences. The film Rashomon provides a vivid illustration of how our delusions can distort reality. In the film, each character presents their own biased account of the same event, weaving their desires, fears, and regrets into their narratives. This demonstrates that our uncontrollable delusions are, in fact, deeply rooted in our habits and conditioning. By understanding the mechanisms of our habitual patterns, we can begin to control our seemingly uncontrollable thoughts. Take the example of driving. When we have developed a habit of turning a certain way at an intersection, it becomes automatic. Even if we consciously recognize that this is not the correct path, the habit can still override our conscious intention. This is because our minds have formed neural pathways that reinforce these habitual patterns. Similarly, our delusions are the result of neural pathways that have been strengthened through repeated thought patterns. In essence, all seemingly uncontrollable thoughts are merely habitual patterns that we have cultivated. Our uncontrollable delusions are, in fact, the result of our controllable thoughts that have become habitual. These habitual thoughts now arise automatically, weaving intricate narratives without conscious effort. The methods used to construct these narratives are inevitably drawn from our past experiences and actions. We cannot conjure up entirely novel thought patterns that we have never encountered or employed. For instance, if none of you have ever experienced or utilized the concept of DA, you would be unable to construct any thought patterns related to it. In essence, all our thoughts and delusions are constructed from the raw materials of our sensory experiences. Our six senses perceive the six sense objects, and these perceptions are then colored by our emotions and afflictions such as greed, anger, delusion, pride, and doubt. We weave these experiences together into complex mental narratives, but these narratives are ultimately limited by our past experiences. It is impossible for us to conceive of something that lies entirely outside the realm of our sensory experiences. For example, if none of us have ever encountered the concept of DA, we cannot possibly visualize its shape or size. Therefore, our seemingly uncontrollable delusions are, in fact, the product of our habitual thought patterns, conditioned by our past experiences and fueled by our emotions. These habitual patterns operate automatically, without conscious effort,